this. So we're going to be, and still feel free to join if you're in Facebook land and you want to use the link to join. This is a group lesson for appointment setters. So if you're in my group and you're an appointment setter, join the call, ask questions. We used to charge a lot of money for this. So feel free to join and ask questions. Let me pull up the appointment setter script. So this is also for business owners. If you're a business owner and you're wanting to learn how to use this script that I created, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, put it over here, put her there. All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. So starting off with this script, we have the frame. The frame is so important for appointment setters because appointment setters are always lacking in structure. They're entry-level reps. So you want to make sure they understand that they need to take charge of this call and take it through a certain process. A lot of the time we have just a free-for-all with appointment setters. So make sure you prepare your appointment setters to go into battle and give them guidelines. Okay, you want to give them a clear frame for the call. And, you know, if you have like a clear road for them to take, they're not deviating and you can keep your road clean from potholes and other stuff. If they go off the road, they get a nail in their car, that's their fault. But if they stay on the road, you can keep it clean. All right, so you want your setters to know that they want to be able to frame it so it's like, dude, don't waste your time or anyone else's time. Like get the next call to be a decision, right? And if you have like any preliminary questions, I'll answer them here. Trust me, you're not preventing anything from happening from training your setters to do this. This is why your setters aren't hitting the next level. And you're like, well, the fucking call, they're sending me unqualified appointments. And it's just like, well, you don't train them to say no. You want them to book everything and you have them hit certain quotas, but you're not training them to get people on the phone with, get the qualified people on the phone with your closer or yourself. So make sure that they know that this is the understanding going into the call. You need to have them have a belief. What's their energy like? So that's the frame also. Prepare them to make a decision on the next call because time is money and we value theirs. They don't have to make a decision on the next call, right? But like, why wouldn't you? You know, why would you? So like, that's the energy you want on sales calls, right? So you have to check your energy when you go into a sales call to when you get out of a sales call. You know, like you want to have it be like, well, why would you waste your time? It wouldn't be in your best interest, right? So, first thing I'll have my setters do is to build enough of a relationship to qualify that second appointment, right? Because people like doing business with other people that they like. So you want to analyze if they're like a super sophisticated buyer, and if they have like multiple investments, or if they're just like a mom and pop. A mom and pop is like, and like, you know, there's like 4 types of buyers typically from what everybody teaches. Like, and I even have a book on it called The Neuroscience of Selling. And even my old mentor used to teach this stuff, but it's really not too complicated. There's like the mom and pop style buyer, and then there's like the high level investors who's like driver, definitely. Like, I want answers now. Give me the answers. I'll make the decision on my own. So you need to be able to recognize those 2 different types of behaviors, because like one of them is like quick, and the other one is like very, very slow, but needs to be pushed into having more of an entrepreneurial mindset at the end of the call. You know, like you need to push them. And then the other ones are like disrespected when you push them. They're literally just going to make their decisions on their own, and they cannot be pushed, right? They're going to make them on their own. And if you make that mistake, you will definitely feel the wrath of those high-level business owners who think their shit don't stink. So after you do that, you analyze what kind of person they are, just depending on like how they answer the call. You move into your intro, find common ground, and then you also want to mirror people. I wouldn't even say less sophisticated personalities, just mirror when you can. Everybody likes common people. Everybody likes people being common, right? So then after you become likable, you understand who they are. You get a feel. You need to do that in calls, right? You set the agenda, and this is the big part of like setting the road that I told you about. Setting the agenda and leading the call is essential. So, our time is valuable and so is yours. This initial call is just to ensure we're not wasting either of ours. I'm going to tell you a bit about us and answer some of your questions to the best of my ability. But my primary goal on this call is to make sure we have the potential to go into business together before we take you through an hour-long presentation. Is that all right with you? And they're like, yeah, cool. And this call is not just for us, but for you to let me know what you need to make an informed decision on whether or not this is right for you. I'll take notes on what's important to you and pass them along to one of our professional consultants who can customize the presentation to what you'd like to discuss. Sound fair enough? The Jordan Belfort, sound fair enough? Some people don't like it. I like it. And then you go into your soft pitch. People love this too. Like you want to create like a soft pitch after you've set the frame. And I would even say that's step 4, but it's, whatever. So here at Amazing Company, we pride ourselves in result and look at my cadence as to like the way I'm saying these things too, because it's very important. So here at Amazing Company, we pride ourselves in results because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So if you do pop onto a call with one of our consultants, we can actually show you the results we've generated for some of our previous clients. What you need to know is that we're not drop shipping products from China. That's actually a huge no-go, and Amazon will ban you if you drop ship. Our goal is to create a business that can earn you $10,000 to $100,000 per month in profit and make it sustainable enough for you to sell for a 6 to 7 figure exit 2 to 3 years down the line. Is that along the lines of what you're looking for? And in my sales calls, I'm always asking questions that I know they're going to agree to. I even saw a really, really good, he's a really good salesman from Stage. He would ask questions like, is that along the lines of what you're looking for? If you agree, say yes. And he actually gets, like, when they say yeah, like, first of all, it's already a micro commitment when you say, is that along the lines of what you're looking for? My tone is already pointing them towards a yes. Right? But another thing would be, you're looking to free up some time. If that's correct, say yes. And then, it's easier to do with like a crowd, you do that with a crowd of people. You don't do that on like a one-on-one sales call. But what you're doing is you're getting a micro commitment. I used to work for a dating coach, and that's one of the things that he would have people do is have his students do is he would have the women that they go on dates with, have them buy the ice cream. Like you're paying for dinner, but like have her get invested in you, right? Just little things like that, and little things on sales calls. Have people be saying yes to you. Get them used to saying yes to you over and over. Okay. So then you go into the discovery, is this your first investment? What kind of research have you done on Amazon? What's your criteria for a profitable investment? I'm taking notes on this stuff. What's going on? Going to make or break your decision. This is gold, right? And then I did dive into the goal paying, what's ultimately, we're in the business of helping people. This is like so crucial. It's so crucial. And I was just at an event with Jordan Peterson last night, and like homie was literally talking about One sec. Homie was literally talking about how he walked away from the stage, right? So he like, for me, I'm like back here, okay? You can't hear my voice as good back here, right? So I need to be over here. And he explained that the process of moving from here to here is actually me moving closer to my goal, which is producing a positive emotion. And anxiety and negative emotion is the opposite. So that in essence is positive and negative emotion. Is you moving towards your goals or you moving away from your goals? And your positive and negative emotions are an indicator of those. So in essence, you need to find out where someone's goal is and where their pain is. What's far away and what's closer. And people are going to move towards what's closer. And you need to figure this out like clearly. If you don't, you will lose almost every sales call. If you don't, right? Because then you're sitting there and you're explaining a product or service without knowing what their end goal is, what the outcome is that they're looking for, the experience. People want experiences. They want to avoid pain and get to pleasure. That's it. Literally, that's it. So, and then this is just explaining it. Yeah, most of the time, higher level buyers will be self-driven enough, so you don't have to bring this up, but lower levels of desire require you to probe at someone's pain. Everybody has, I'm just going to erase this because everybody has a goal or a pain. What are they moving closer towards? Right? I don't care how high level of sophistication it is. So what's like the goal, man? What's the light at the end of the tunnel? What is this? Well, what are we going after? Clear, paint it clear. We're like, well, I'm just looking to make more money. Yeah, but more money for what? I'm just to make more money, man. I just want more money. Okay, but like, what's that money gonna do for you, man? Like, obviously, it's like some kind of experience. You mind if I ask? And you can't like press it out of people. And the reason I'm diving into this is because like there is some people who just don't want to tell you this stuff. So but like remember, it's not sales is a seduction. It's not, you can't be aggressive, or otherwise you're gonna be like our boy Andrew Tate, you locked up. You know what I mean? So and you can get far with aggression. You can. Some of the best sales reps I know are aggressive, but people that are at the top 1% are 100% seduction artists, right? So it's like, well, man, like, hey, man, all I want to do is like help you get to like, help you get to your goals. That's all I want to do. So so if you don't mind, like, I just want to know a little bit more about why you want to do this, or like, what are you trying to avoid? Like, what's really going on there? Hey, man, like, I just want to help you out. Like, what's going on? So like playing around with that, role playing, that kind of stuff with your friends, that'll really help you out. And then, once and this is the part where I was telling you guys, like, confirm their finances and decide whether or not to drop the price. High level investors, save them the time, man. Save them the time. If they don't, and even like a lot of the times with like sorry, with like newer investors, fucking drop the price anyway, and business owners will say, no, don't do that. They need to hear the whole storyline and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, I hear you there too, but don't think it's the terrible thing to drop the price. I have two options here. You drop the price of both things, and then you want to make sure they understand the value of it first. That's why we did the soft pitch, and then we got their goals out of the way and stuff like that. A lot of the times they'll fill out an application. So I have a certain way for you to go about it. And then I have a few steps that you take to book the next call. Wife, business partner, yes, no, time zone. Make sure they get the invite, just tying up the little things at the end. but don't forget about the little things. The little things are important, right? So I got two different options, you know. So there's the telling them the price point, there's not telling them the price points. You're just confirming that they have a certain amount of liquid capital based on their application. You know what I mean? So they're making sure they got the credit and whatnot. That's when you pass them along. And then make sure, you know, give them the option to say no and then put their link. And that is the appointment setting script that my setters used to make a good chunk of change, 200 to 400K. And that's cash collected, right? So it's not really like, you know, we're collecting like 3K deposits. And then, you know, like there's a lot of businesses out there that will say, you know, we're doing like this much per month. And really it's just a bunch of deposits and everybody's applying for funding, but they're not actually, you know, they're not actually doing those numbers. So that's our lesson on the appointment setting script. Keep it under 20 minutes. Hopefully next week there's some more of you guys on here so we can do some more group exercises if you guys want to role play and whatnot. If you guys are watching in Facebook land, that's cool too. Appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.